off at noon Sunday on your radio home for Vikings football.
Vikes on 3, 1, 2, 3.
FM 100.3 KFXN Minneapolis St. Paul, The Fan.
That's right, 1, 2, 3 Vikes. You can stream most of this 8 o'clock hour on all the KFAN social media sites, as we have a lot to do. This hour we'll have, I believe, the one and only Paul Allen's going to stop by. I know Adam Thielen's going to stop by. And we also have Mussman and Ben Lieber in here right now. So lots of reasons for you to tune in to see what our faces look like.
Right on cue, here he is, the voice of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, he can sit over there by Paulie.
The voice of the 7-1 Minnesota Vikings, Paul Allen. IPA. He's touching sauce.
What's up, y'all?
Hi, Paul.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
Hi, Paulie.
What's up over there, Maxwell?
Hey, what's good, PA?
Did you almost have to slap a human being?
No, not really. I missed what you guys shared earlier, and I apologize for that. How far down the road did you guys get?
Pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I told the whole story from my perspective.
Mm-hmm. Including when I grabbed you around your sternum because I thought you were leaving the Vox box to handle business.
Yeah.
Hawk at first, did you PA's just touching sides again?
Yeah. Stop that.
I kind of blacked out at that point. I was kind of in a different.
Did you notice early in the game with drunk John Riggins jersey guy,
right,
that I was trying to be kind? That I was like, hey man, yep. I grew up here in Anacostia, Southeast in D.C. and moved to Oxon Hill and was going to go to Friendly High School and all right, man, best of luck with your Commanders. And man, he just wasn't having it, was he?
No, I included that in the story. Absolutely true. I mean, you did your best, and I did my best early on to try to calm things down, but he just was not going to stop. No. And the drunker he got, the worse it got.
Yep. And Bursich joins 9 to noon at 10 o'clock today, and the first submission is going to be Pete. What's up, analyst? Blah, blah, blah. When 3 members of the SWAT team rolled into the booth during the fourth quarter, what were you thinking?
Oh.
I mean, it was they're from this guy, the drunk guy, John Riggins jersey guy. He was loud the entire game. Don't have no idea, with the ancillary noise or the crowd or whatever you could hear back here in the backdrop or whatever. But I mean, the over-under on the guy's F-bombs in the second half was like 30.
Yeah.
And he was just cussing at us and F your team and F this. And on the back of my computer, I have like a skull sticker to cover the logo for when we do the draft. And it started in the second quarter when he was taking pictures of the back of my computer. And then we thought he was taking pictures of Gabe. Remember that, Seahawk?
Yeah, and I still didn't yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. So he was taking pictures of the skull on the back of my computer.
Okay, all right.
And then he was like sending them and FaceTiming and doing all that. And then in the third quarter, the drunker this fool got, well, then I thought he was trying to pull the skull sticker off the back. I mean, like reached into the box to I thought he was trying to pull it off. And then that's when between segments, I was like, man, don't. It's just I was a little more pointed and a little more direct. Don't touch my stuff. Right. I just leaned up and said, "Look, we're having fun here. Don't touch my stuff." And at that stage, I was about ready to text Nacho and have him miss an entire series and come up and defend me because it was starting to get strange. But then for Pete and I, man, the game was so emotional and props to the fans at FedEx Field. I mean, it might have been 65% full. Ben would know better than me because he saw the entire crowd. But it's taken from somebody who grew up in that neighborhood. They love their football team. I mean, it's football always wins in Maryland and Washington, D.C. And whether it's Daniel Schneider reportedly selling the team, there was just an energy in that building that they hadn't had. And the guy in front of us was definitely feeling that energy. So then, we negotiate later in the game, and the Bills take the lead. And that's when the guy stood up on the chair in front of Bursich, and he's just dropped.
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Thank you. Washington takes the lead. And it's loud, and the guy stands up on a chair, and he's just, again, screaming into the booth at us. And that's okay. We're just, I've seen it before, been to Philly, dealt with that before in Boston or in New England, in Foxborough. That's okay. Just tunnel vision. But then when where we were located, as Chris may have shared, we were in a corner. at FedEx Field. So all of the action, of course, was on the way on the other side of the field. So I got to go on my binoculars for that. Well, I felt things hitting me, like little things hitting, like little parts of a hot dog bun, or not bad, not like batteries or anything, but things were hitting me. And then I looked down, and there was like this crumpled up piece of paper. So when I was on my binoculars calling a play, the guy was flicking things at me. So
I'm sorry. It's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time.
So then finally, they have the lead. He loses his mind. He's flicking things at me. And then we go to break. And then I took off. I don't know if I took off my headphones. You guys probably heard it back here. Or I flipped it up, so therefore it's not direct into the mic, and we're at break. And, with apologies to everybody involved, I used language, vociferously, loudly, directly, and just got right in this guy's face, or leaned up, and I was like, I don't know who the F you think you are, but we're trying to do a bleeping job here. And if you respectfully could let us do our job, we would appreciate that. So get the F out of his face, Pete. Well, now we got instant replay next to us. All right, so I got to know the lady right to my left in the instant replay booth a little bit during the game. And she's not smiling, but they're seeing what's happening. So now guy in instant replay booth goes on some communication apparatus. He's calling somebody. So during all of that, where I'm barking at the guy a little bit, and he's not backing off either. It's all of a sudden, Brian Harper, our friend from the Vikings Entertainment Network, who runs the entertainment department, I turn around because we had asked him to find security. And then I turn around and he's gone. And then I turn around again and 3 SWAT members in full garb, toting assault rifles, came into the Vox box. And the leader, the guy in front, he was just envision those cartoon characters with the chiseled faces and the army generals or whatever, and he was just mean looking. And he kind of moved me to the side a little bit where I'm standing. And he might have done it with the front of his thing, with his gun. Rifle, or it might have been his arm. Well, because I don't know what protocol is, and I'm not exactly sure it was the nozzle, what do you call the front part of the rifle, and looks at me and says, "What's happening here?" Scared the MF bleep out of me because I'm all animated. The game's on fire. We're at break, and he looks at me and goes, "What? Tell me what's happening here." And I was like, this guy keeps heckling us. He won't stop. He's flicking things at me. And personally, I don't necessarily feel he needs to be ejected, but can you just get him the F out of here? And then the guy turned facing the instant replay booth with like one of those, the walkie-talkie bits that are attached to your shoulder. I don't even know what he said or what he did. 5 seconds later, 2 more come up right in front of us. Guy's gone, and they were with security, and that was it, man. That was we yesterday. It's Harrison Smith after the game. Because we saw rarities yesterday. With Pete Bursich, we got football for 4 decades? Yeah. High school, Notre Dame, coaching, playing, the whole thing. When back judge guy plows over Cam Bynum. And Curtis Samuel gets the touchdown. For Pete Bursich, or maybe Nacho never has seen this either, for guys like that to say, I've never seen that in my life, that is a major, bold proclamation because they've seen a lot. All right. So then now I'm out by the buses and everybody's all happy and celebratory and stuff. And here comes the hitman. And so I start to talk to the hitman a little bit about the play. And he said, I've played football 30 years. And I've never seen anything like that in my life. And then I was like, at the goal stripe, man, it was like you froze. And he goes, basically paraphrasing, I did because I couldn't freaking believe what I just saw. And so then Curtis Samuel crawls in and, fortunately they were able to win the game. And so from that, you got like Bursich and Harrison on that play saying, I've never seen that in my life. So 70 collective years of football. And now for Bursich and yours truly and Seahawk and Jared Wells and Harper and instant replay people next to us, well, we all now can say with 3 members of SWAT in an announcer's booth toting assault rifles. I've never seen that in my life, and I hope I never see it again.
Craziest thing ever.
Great story.
It really was.
Man.
Yeah.
And then when we got on the plane, man, I mean, eyes with myself and you and Jared and Ben, our eyes were like saucers, because of the game. And we were just dumbfounded. It was almost like if the Minneapolis Miracle, the dumbfounded moment of that was a 100. This moment of shock and awe and just excitement and exuberance and the whole thing because the team won. I mean, that had to be at about a 7, wouldn't you say, Chris?
Oh, absolutely. I can't
we couldn't
wait.
stop talking about it.
I know. I can't wait because, there's a video camera obviously in the booth. I can't wait to see the footage of that.
Yeah.
I hope that we get a chance.
Oh, my God, I forgot about that.
I can.
I can't wait to see the footage.
Yeah, I can because, I mean, I between when they took the lead and we went to break and he had flicked things at me, this drunk rube. And Bursich, by the way, at that point was apoplectic. Yeah. I mean, he leaned back in his chair. And, I mean, Pete's just one of those guys where when they get super quiet and stoic, hide the women and children because you don't know what's coming out the other side. And so then that's when I, put my microphone up or took my headphones off and you heard more of what I said than I can remember.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, it's I'm going to say it's absolutely the maddest and most direct with a human being I've been. I can't remember the last time I talked to somebody like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably 15, 20 seconds straight.
The cathartic?
And he got the point.
At any point, did you look at the guy and go, let's dance?
Were you going to throw hands?
Yeah.
No, that ain't going to happen. No, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
If there were going to be hands thrown, then that's, again, Nacho takes off a series, comes up and defends the announcer.
And he says, let's dance.
Oh, yeah. But finally, and I don't know if you shared this with the general manager and, three booths down from us, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, Money Magician Rob Brzezinski, and a couple of others. That's where they're taking in the game. And so then SWAT guy comes in. He's right next to me. I look to the left when SWAT guy gets on communication device, and I see Kwesi standing up looking in the booth.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, this is great.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, great, cool. I'm going to get shoved to the side by an assault rifle. I'm getting a partially eaten hot dog flicked at me. One of my best friends and my analyst can't talk. He can't talk. He's so mad. And then now I got the organization wondering why SWAT is in the booth of our announcer. So I thought about that for all of about 2 seconds.
Okay, take away the SWAT guys and the assault rifles. You basically explained what happens in elementary school all the time.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, you
He
got
wouldn't
bullied.
stop throwing things at me.
It was lunch.
I'm trying to read my book and he's flicking things at
You
me.
got bullied and called the teachers.
Yeah. But see, you're right. But in that classroom in kindergarten, one of the students who happens to be on our team started to lose it so much that the language went a direction that I don't think any of us prefer. So when that happened, I immediately am in defend a friend mode.
I know. I totally get it.
I mean, I'd like to. I don't ever listen back to the games, but I would like to listen to that part from when student in classroom lost mind, and then I went staccato for a little bit and just started talking. Play after play after play. Antonio Gibson out of bounds, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Here come the Commanders back to the line now. They're going tempo. Actually, they're in the huddle.
It's the first time you really wanted to read.
Right.
Can
Right.
we do another
yeah.
read?
Yeah, you know what? I complain about this Tolstoy-like quick trip read I have in the fourth quarter every week. And I wish I had 3 of them at this moment. And so I'm talking play after play. And then, Hawkey's trying to figure out what to do. So I go off mic to Chris and I say, Nacho, play after play after play. So it was so-and-so out of bounds, gain of 2. It's 3rd and 4. Sidelines, Ben Lever. Ben's like, what? Oh, yeah, boy, the Jordan Hicks Tampa 2 drop on that play is about as good as I've seen since Leslie Frazier was here. Back to you, Paul. And then I do a play, and The analyst is still sitting back looking like Alfred Hitchcock in Corinthian leather,
He was
reading his
plotting
favorite
his next
book.
move.
He was plotting his next
He was
move.
going to rip somebody's vein out of their throat.
Yep.
Wow.
Because the guy kept standing up purposely during the play in his line of sight. And Pete did a really good job to keep his composure. But then all of a sudden, when the announcer has partially eaten a hot dog, hitting his third chin during plays, I lost my mind, and that's it.
I'll never forget it, man. I want to see the video only because when you drug me back into the booth, you don't even know this, but when you drug me back into the booth, I bumped into one of the SWAT guys.
Oh.
And then I grabbed you by the belt and pulled you back in the booth, and you turned around and looked at me. I don't even think you remember because you were so angry at that point.
Is that when, between series, I walked out in the booth and went pacing?
Yeah, right after that is when you walked out of the booth.
Generally
that's exactly
speaking,
right.
if the bathroom was too far away, well, that's empty Gatorade bottle moment for a 56-year-old announcer.
Yep.
That wasn't the case here. I just went into the hallway and left my phone in the booth and just paced back and forth, probably 15 times.
Yep.
And took deep breaths and came back in. And when I came back in, then it was on. It was on. Hot dog on chin. Analysts apoplectic. Assault rifles in play. Instant replay people agreeing with us. General manager wondering what the hell's happening to my 7-1 team. At least 3 booths down in the announcer's booth. And then the guy was ejected.
Again, on Twitter, right? If somebody trolls you, you block and move on. You just got to forget that they exist. You ignore them.
Couldn't mute this guy.
Do you think he's listening to this?
This guy? I hope he is.
Podcast?
Well, if he is, man, then he knows those words that came at his face yesterday, and another one's about ready to come right now because that gets the blood going a little bit. And here's why. Because not only are we trying to do a job, okay, that's cool, and that's a little touchy-feely, but it escalated with a level of disrespect and vitriol and nonsensical, childish, just alcohol-laden idiocy that it was too much. It was just too much.
Yeah. You could hear it build on my end over here, back here at the station. Because I heard like little references. You would talk about John Riggins sitting up front here.
Oh, yeah. Early in the game?
Yeah, mentioned
all those
about
jerseys.
how he was taking pictures of Gabe.
Yeah.
And then after the back judge knocks out Cam Bynum.
Yeah.
And Pete gets a little animated about it. At one point, you could hear Pete actually say, "What are you, blind?"
Yeah.
This is getting good.
To the guy, "What are you, blind?" And then I looked at him and said, "What, do you think that's funny?" And but see, as Chris will tell you, is after he was taking pictures of the back of my computer, the skull thing, and sending it to his people, and I thought he was taking some pictures of Gabe. Well, that's when we went to break, and then I leaned over and I tried to be nice guy. Hey man, I lived here and I lived there and I was going to go to this high school and then I moved and everything, and he was kind of cool with it and everything, but man, he was just pounding on that alcohol too, and he just wouldn't stop. He's flicking things at me.
Can we please get hot dog on chin too?
He's flicking things at me. I don't even know if it was a hot dog, but it just amplifies the story. But I got pegged 2 times just with these little things, and then there was a little piece of paper in front of me, and I knew it came from him, and that was the end of the story.
Paul, I'm trying to, because I went red for a moment too, and I think maybe he threw something at me too, because I don't. But man, something just.
But what was your purpose? What was your read when we're at break?
Yeah.
Before it really escalates and general manager stands up and looks into booth. Right. What was your modus operandi when you came barreling between Gabe and I, knocked over 3 things, leaned over? What were you doing?
I was just trying to shut the guy up. And literally, I was at that point still really being cool. I was like, we're just trying to do our job and stuff. But and then he was just being himself. And I don't know, man. But you saved me from a butt whooping because he'd have slammed me to the ground and killed me.
No, because again, Lieber, drive off, bet settled.
Bursic might have killed him. He might have ripped his spine out of his
back. If Ben had known what was happening to his radio brothers, he would have been up in that section in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And the whole thing would have been over because I've poked his sides and caught him off guard before, and he's done things to my fingers with his hands that shouldn't be done to one's fingers. So, yes, there are no supple side squeezing of the on-field
Yeah,
analyst.
no touchy-touchy.
Man,
No.
I tell you what, dude, we'll be telling that story forever.
Yeah, it was a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, and we're
well,
closer
hopefully.
because of it, right?
And Bursich joins 9 to noon at 10 o'clock today.
What time will that be?
That'd be 10 a.m., KFAN.com or the free iHeartRadio app. Talk back now. It goes, Pete, good morning. When 3 members of the SWAT team rolled into the booth during the fourth quarter, what were you thinking? Next question. Drunk Riggins jersey guy purposely was blocking your view and kept flicking things at me when I was on the binoculars looking at the other side of the field. And from there, we get all the way down to some of these quarterbacks that were beaten: Heineke, Kyler, Bridgewater, Fields, Dalton, and now maybe Josh App or Keeniacs unite.
Uh-oh.
Case Keenum, Stefon Diggs, here they come.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Keenum might play.
Yeah, crazy. You're the best, Paul.
Love
Thank you.
y'all.
Great story. Great story.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, I'm Chris Addison. Here's a look at the roads. Looks like we're accident-free out there this morning. Highway 36 westbound slowing up a bit. 35E over to 35W on the crosstown westbound. You're going to find plenty of company there as well. Lyndale Avenue on your way out towards Highway 100. That's traffic on the Fan. This report is sponsored by the 33 colleges and universities of Minnesota State.
The colleges and universities of Minnesota State deliver education and career training that is adaptable, accessible, and practical. So whether you're continuing your studies, retooling your skills, or just beginning, we're local and online with the lowest tuition in the state. More at minnstate.edu.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, Power Trip Morning Show for Ovo LASIK and Lens. It is absolutely no surprise to me that Ovo LASIK and Lens just crushed the Star Tribune's Reader's Choice Awards. Best LASIK clinic in Minnesota, best eye surgery in Minnesota, and best eye doctor in Minnesota. Now, over a decade ago, I got LASIK from Dr. David Whiting. LASIK and Dr. Whiting absolutely changed my life. But now with 2 of the best surgeons in the world under the same roof, Dr. Lobanoff and Dr. Whiting, you have 2 elite choices with advanced technology, their best price on LASIK guarantee, a spectacular facility in St. Louis Park, so many reasons outside of the awards to go to Ovo LASIK and Lens. Get rid of glasses, get rid of contacts, change your life with these award winners. Best LASIK clinic, best eye surgery, best eye doctor. Stop putting off LASIK and schedule your free LASIK exam today at Minnesota's best gold winner, Ovo LASIK and Lens. Find them online at OVOEYE.com. That's OVOI.com. LASIK's absolutely amazing, and so is Ovo LASIK and Lens.
Meet Chris Hockey, radio celebrity by day, rock star by night.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal, and if you're like me, which is unlikely, but we'll go with it, you need a big deal vehicle too. I found mine at Park Cheap in Burnsville. I need a vehicle that makes a statement. I'm the man. I drive over giant boulders because I can. Plus, Park Cheap is the only AEV dealer in Minnesota. Now that's a big deal.
Get treated like a big deal at Park Chrysler Jeep in Burnsville, online at parkjeep.com.
Football season is finally here, and it's time to update your man cave or garage. Corey Cove here, and I have used Garage Solutions Minneapolis, and they're the best. There are so many reasons to get organized and declutter with GarageSolutionsMinneapolis.com. They can transform your space, and you can start the process today by visiting GarageSolutionsMinneapolis.com. Also, get a free design quote from Minnesota Custom Closets and make your wife or girlfriend happy. Yeah, you can get a free design quote for your dream closets also from Minnesota Custom Closets. So whether it's flooring, shelving systems, overhead racks, and much, much more, contact GarageSolutionsMinneapolis.com. That's GarageSolutionsMinneapolis.com. Set up your free consultation, get organized, get decluttered, get a better garage. I did it, and I can tell you, you're not going to regret it. Absolute game changer. And don't forget to mention that KFAN sent you and start shopping today. GarageSolutionsMinneapolis.com. Rise above the mess.
I'll take Twin Cities fastest for 1,000. Hey!
Wait, I haven't read the answer yet.
No time to waste, little brother. I'm flash fast.
For the last time, ringing the buzzer doesn't speed up. All right, here's the answer. Pronto services your furnace within 24 hours or pays you $100 for every day you wait.
What is Pronto's same-day service guarantee?
Correct.
Oh, come on.
Tune in tomorrow. That's it. Game's over. Tell you what, just go to ProntoHeat.com.
Keep your vehicle running smoothly with automotive products at Menards. AC Delco batteries set the standard for performance and reliability. These batteries feature an impact and brake-resistant case with corrosion-resistant terminals and a no-maintenance design to ensure a long-life performance. Don't be left stranded this winter and pick up your AC Delco Advantage battery today. All batteries are 11% off at Menards. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Couple nice days of weather, then it's supposed to be in the 20s by Saturday, which means get out of town on a Sun Country Airlines flight. Where do you want to go? You can go to Mexico, the Caribbean, all over the U.S. You can go to a couple of new destinations in Florida, Melbourne and Fort Destin. What is it called? Destin, Fort Worth? Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's a couple of spots in Florida, though. I just went to Florida on a Sun Country flight a couple of weeks ago, actually. Flew out of Fort Myers. It was spectacular. Where do you want to go? There's over 70 destinations on suncountry.com, more than they've ever had in the past. So if you want to get the lowest possible fares, always go to suncountry.com. That's suncountry.com. Decide where you want to go this winter or even spring break right now. Like right now. It's suncountry.com. Get to going.
Start a career at Waste Management today. Go to careers.wm.com.
From the Evans Transportation Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by the Hennepin Healthcare Level 1 Pediatric Trauma Center.
Fan forecast.
Increasing clouds today, high of 41, dropping down to 35 tonight.
The Hennepin Healthcare Level 1 Pediatric Trauma Center offers expertise and care for kids that you'd expect from Minnesota's first Level 1 Trauma Center. Learn more about Hennepin Healthcare Level 1 Pediatric Trauma outcomes at hennepinhealthcare.org.
Hi, this is new head coach Kevin O'Connell on the radio home of the Vikings, FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
All right, Township Morning Show. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
I do feel a little left out. I got to be honest, because it's like it's that time, in high school or college, you come home and you're with your boys and you hear about the fight that happened the night before, and you're like, dang, man, I kind of wanted to be there.
Yeah. You were there in spirit.
I was there in spirit.
You were there in my headphones. What's going on?
I know.
But
I wanted to be in the middle of it.
I know. I'm glad you weren't, actually, because you were still employed this morning. That's good.
I bet that guy's a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah, I bet
My Lord.
Yeah.
Now, did the guy just seem like, even if he wasn't drunk, did he seem like he had a punchable face?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There are some people just have punchable faces, and obviously this guy's attitude, you wanted to punch him, but I just didn't know if he was one of those guys you just seem like, you just seem like a classroom bully.
He did tell me at one point, I'm from Jersey, MFer. That's one of the things he screamed in my face.
Oh gosh.
Well, that changes everything.
One of those guys.
Did you back down immediately?
Oh, you know how I am.
Oh, yeah. No, you said, as I keep saying, let's dance.
Yeah, I don't know. He was much bigger than me. Everybody's much bigger than me. What can I say?
He's going to go home and, hon, how was the game? Well,
I had the best time of my life.
It was awesome. SWAT came.
Slut came?
Yeah. Don't tell me SWAT threw you out of the game again, honey.
Really? Yeah, I wonder the story that
Take the
he's
kids
telling.
to school.
What's the story he's telling today?
Oh, yeah. There's always two sides to every story, right? Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, I know we got Devin calling in a moment, but we would be remiss without talking about a little bit of college football, right? I mean, can we just talk a little bit about what happened this weekend? Did you see any of it, Ben?
I saw some of it, yeah.
And I'm not just talking Gophers, man. I mean,
I saw the K-State game, and I saw the was it the Tennessee game?
Yeah, Georgia.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about.
LSU, Alabama.
The LSU, Alabama.
That was great.
Yeah.
Notre Dame
incredible.
Beat the bejesus out of Clemson.
Dude, I don't know why I asked you that. I was with you. Of course you didn't see much of the game. We were at that thing.
Yeah.
But, man, wow, just watching the highlights and such like that, college football's the best. You just never know, man.
That scene at LSU was, that's like another place I just wanted to be there in that moment when they're celebrating beating Alabama. God, that place looks like it's so much fun.
And yeah, I love college football, man, and that's the reason. I mean, at one point we were talking about when we were on the bus, the Gophers were losing. Mm-hmm. Ohio State, I think, was losing at that point
like
too.
7-0.
Yeah, to
Northwestern.
Yeah, right.
The Nerds.
Yeah, you just never know.
You never know.
It's just that's college football. I love it so much, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and my K-Staters could not pull it off, even though
Rosie.
I was right there. I watched as much as I could at the end of the game, and they were so close to pulling it off, even with Adrian Martinez, which I still think is the wrong move. I think the other guy deserves to start. But everybody loves to beat Texas, and I thought we had them.
Oh well, yeah. Did the Wolves or the Wild play at all this weekend?
Yeah, I was at the game.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You went.
Who did you fight with?
No one.
Who did you tell you were from Jersey
Look,
to?
in the last 9 years, the Wolves are undefeated when I'm at Target Center.
Yep. Until
1-0. No, they won.
Oh,
easily.
they did?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Jesus.
Houston's about
Okay,
the
all
worst
right,
team in the NBA, but no, they easily won. No, really go there. Rudy didn't play on Saturday, but man, I honestly did not recognize that place, and I'm not even exaggerating. The lower bowl configuration in terms of like where the players kind of like come out of the corners instead of like under the basket, that's different. The media section's different. The concourse is completely different. Half the food vendor places you order and pick up, right? You order by app. You don't even. There's a couple of places you can't even walk up and order food. You have to order ahead of time and then just go pick it up.
That's pretty cool,
It's
though,
crazy.
actually.
Totally
That's a good idea.
new look, man.
What made you go to this
Well,
game?
you know what? Before you answer that question,
know.
we'll get back to that because I want to hear more about his experience. But first, I want to hear about Adam Thielen's experience in Washington. Brought to you by our friends at Hy-Vee, a helpful smile in every aisle. Adam Thielen joins the show. And Adam, it's become a regular thing for us. We start this interview by saying, congratulations on another big win.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. It always feels good to come on here after a win. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. So there's positive vibes only on Monday morning.
Adam, so can we get to the biggest storyline of this game? Can you walk us through the situation, the timeline of how Kirk goes from shirt on to shirt off and then wearing it looks like about 50 chains on his neck? That to me has been the story of the game.
I agree. So when Kirko Chains comes out, it's definitely one of our favorite sides of Kirk that comes out. So everybody's waiting. You know, we get on the bus or get on the plane, and you know, I don't know how the shirt came off. I prefer the tucked in white tee with the chains, but I guess he wanted to show off that he's pretty cut up, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then we got probably about 10 more chains on this time. And then the dance move. So I thought that was pretty good. It keeps leveling up. So it'll be interesting to see what we can come up with next time. Hopefully we get a win this coming week.
Adam, you get over 500 receptions, and now there are 3 Minnesota Vikings in history. That is you, Randy Moss, Chris Carter. Pretty good company.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I hate thinking about those things when I'm still playing. You know, I think when I'm done playing, able to look back at everything, you know, I'll be able to kind of reminisce on those things. But right now, I'm actually kind of angry at myself. I don't think I played my best game, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm still getting better and learning from some mistakes and excited to get back to work. That's for sure.
Adam, you guys made a trade this week for a new player, somebody who plays on the offense. Name is TJ Hawkinson. Was there almost like a group project feel where the kid came in the middle of the school year and you guys had to kind of let him in on what you guys were doing as it was going on when you were out in the huddle?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, in the game, he probably knew some stuff better than I did, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, you know, I was kind of prepared that, you know, if he needed help throughout the game, that I'd be able to help him. But honestly, he was locked in. Every time I would say, "Hey, you good?" He'd say, "Yep, I got it." And I think that's just extremely impressive. You know, more than just, you know, obviously a very talented football player and can make plays. I mean, 9 targets, 9 receptions in your first game with a team. That's unbelievable. And is going to be huge for us moving forward.
Hey, how often do you use an official as a pick or as a screen?
Say that again?
How often do you use a back judge or an official as a pick or a screen?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, because look, Ron Johnson on Fanline was talking about it, that as a receiver, that once in a while, that's part of the strategy, right? Like, use the official in the middle of the field to get in the way of the defender. Now, obviously, the one yesterday with Cam Bynum, that was an accident. But I was just curious if that was ever part of your offensive strategy or your route running.
Well, I don't know if I've ever been in a situation where the ref was even close. So I thought that was unbelievable yesterday. I've never seen that ever in my career. Well, back in the day, they used to have the ref, right in play, like right by the linebackers. And in college, that's how it was. I remember like running picks off them then. Like you try to get your guy to kind of run into him when you're running a shallow or something. But I've never seen it deep down the field. It almost looked like the ref like took a beeline right for Cam, and almost like I don't know. I think he was so nervous and just like in the moment that I think he just panicked.
Hey Adam, we've all speculated the dynamic ability and the versatility that a guy like Hawkinson can give this offense, and we did see that yesterday with those 9 catches. But I want to hear from your expertise and the way you see it. How does a player like that, knowing that he can, beat a lot of single coverage, how does that help you guys as an offense, not just in your route running and what you see as a receiver, but just sort of the different layers he can give you guys to this offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, we talk about all the time how you need to have multiple playmakers at different levels, whether it be run, pass game, to make plays. And I mean, you look at it like a guy like Delvin out of the backfield scoring that touchdown. I mean, that stuff is huge. It's not only huge in that moment, but it's huge moving forward because teams have to prepare and they can't focus on one guy or one thing or kind of focus in on route trees and things like that. They really have to play and defend the entire field, and is only going to be a weapon for us moving forward. So. Thankful to have him and all the weapons that we have on this offense, and just need to stay healthy and keep getting better as an offense, and we can be really tough to stop.
A couple more things for Adam Thielen, who joins us every Monday and Friday here on the Power Trip Morning Show, and on Mondays, thanks to our friends at Hy-Vee. Don't know how much contact you would ever have with a former teammate during the season, or especially in the offseason either, but do you talk to Stefon Diggs? When's the last time you spoke to him, and what will it be like to play against him this week?
Yeah, we text one another quite a bit. Every other week or so, I'll send him a text just checking in, how he's doing. Watching some of those primetime games that I've been in, I've been able to message him after those games and tell him he's a beast. So it'll be really cool to see him because I haven't seen him in a long time, and so it'll be really cool to see him and get to connect a little bit with him and hopefully get a little jersey swap because I need to get that 14 jersey.
Just sell it on eBay.
Yeah,
right.
I'll buy it from you.
Yeah, you'll buy it.
Oh, I was just, I guess kind of last one for me is, I know this is probably a hard question to answer because it's probably not any one specific thing, but how do you explain just the way this team operates when it can be down? You guys can go on these runs where it's just like 3 and outs or a punt and the team is just behind. You guys are down by 10 points in the fourth quarter. But then all of a sudden it's like somebody on the sideline says, hey, we need to start making plays. And then you guys just go out and do it. And we've seen it time and time again. I mean, how do you explain not just the resilience, but the ability to actually execute at a higher level in some of those critical moments?
Yeah, I think it's multiple things. I think that we have a lot of confidence, even when things aren't going the way that we wanted to, or we're not playing the way we want to. I think we all, on every phase, have the confidence that we're going to go out there the next play and make a play. And I think that sometimes is overlooked maybe. There's just it's not always that feeling with the team that everyone just has confidence in one another that someone's going to go out there or individually you're going to go out there and make a play to help the team win. Another thing I think is just leadership. I think from the top down, whether it be in the organization, from top down, like just the leadership, you can just feel that. And just no panic from the head coach, from the players, from the GM, and during the week, like there's no panic. Everyone is just kind of just trusting that someone's going to go make a play, and that we're going to find a way to win. So it's a really cool feeling. There's just not a lot of words that need to be said. It's just people ask after the game, what was said in the huddle, to get you guys going. It's like, well, no one said anything, and everybody just kind of had that look in their eye that we're going to find a way and we're going to go win this game.
So this is kind of basically what Ben asked you, but is that what your coach means by when he says you guys are really good at situational football? And that's something that keeps that's kind of the buzzword about this 7-1 Minnesota Vikings team, is they're super good at situational football.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've won maybe 6 of the games, or maybe it's all of them by 1 score or less. So that just shows that situational football is needed to win close games. And you saw it yesterday. The ability to go and do a no score where we weren't trying to score, we were just trying to run some clock off to basically kick the game-winning field goal, and they had no time to do anything. So I think there's just little things that everyone's just kind of on the same page. Obviously, we rep those things, we talk about them through the week, and then in the game, there's a ton of communication of what our intent is, why we're doing something, and then going out there and executing. I think we've done a good job at the end of half and the end of games, which I think gets overlooked again. I think, the last 2 minutes of the half and the last 2 minutes of the games are usually what decides games in this league, especially nowadays with how good pretty much every team is. And I think we've given ourselves chances to score at the end of halves, and we scored at the end of games to close out games. So we're going to need to continue to do that to win games.
Nice win. Congrats. We'll talk to you on Friday.
All right, I appreciate you guys. Take care.
Buddy. Take care. There
Bye.
He goes. Thanks to our friends at Hy-Vee. A helpful smile in every aisle.
All right, Ben's got to go, but we have one segment to go here on the Power Trip Morning Show. We're back after this on The Fan.
The Fan. $1,000 in your hand on The Fan.
Hi, I'm Sam from Minneapolis.
You could be the next winner.
Hi, I'm Rita from Blaine.
$1,000 in your hand.
Let's go.
On FM 100.3.
What wonderful news.
KFAN, The Fan.
Spring into your next career with a high-value degree from Hennepin Technical College. Hands-on training, affordable tuition, and flexible schedules to meet your needs. Spring classes start January 9th. Use KFAN to apply for free at hennepintech.edu.
Are you a veteran or active military member? Jefferson Lines is hosting their 8th annual free Veterans Day travel program, where military of past and present travel free anywhere within Jefferson Lines' 14-state network. All you need to do is visit Jefferson at their St. Paul bus depot and present your DD-214 or military ID with valid personal ID during reservation. Reserve your free military ticket now through Veterans Day, November 11th. For more information, visit jeffersonlines.com/veterans. Jefferson Lines, your #1 bus experience.
Hey, so listen up. Quick Trip is teaming up with your Northland Ford dealers to give away a new Ford F-150 to one of you lucky Vikings fans and the opening drive sweepstakes. Just fuel up at Quick Trip with any of our fully guaranteed gasolines, use your Quick Rewards card, and you're entered. Weekly winners win a $10 gas card for every yard returned on the Vikings opening drive and a shot at winning a Ford F-150. Hey, Vikings score on that opening drive, it's an extra $500 for you. See QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details, and see you next time.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Join me and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli from New Orleans as the Baltimore Ravens take on the Saints. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are 5-3 and looking for a 3rd consecutive win. Running back Alvin Kamara and the Saints hope to build on a dominating win over the Raiders last week. It's coming up on Monday Night Football.
Right here on FM 100.3 KFAN.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-826-9895. That's 800-826-9895. 800-826-9895.
Attention, per the current government mandate, U.S.-based insurers are now required to cover at-home COVID testing kits with no out-of-pocket fees to you. If you have a current insurance plan, you are eligible to receive up to 8 COVID-19 tests shipped to you each month absolutely free, as long as the government mandate is in effect. Just visit testkitforfree.com to register now from the comfort of your own home. That's testkitforfree.com to receive your tests shipped to you at no cost. Go to testkitforfree.com today. Paid for by T Euro Health.
Does your child have big career dreams? They can make that dream a reality at Hamline University, ranked as the best regional university and best value regional university in Minnesota by U.S. News and World Report. Learn why at hamlin.edu/first. That's hamlin.edu/first.
Call 9520-RES today. Make sure you get on the calendar as quickly as possible to get your home clean before the holidays. That includes your carpets, air duct system, rugs, upholstery, tiles. Zero Res does all of that. And they do it better than anyone else. That's why they have almost 15,000 reviews on Google with a 4.9 rating. It's one of the many reasons I've been using them for almost a decade. It's because every time I've called them for carpet cleaning or rug cleaning or air duct system cleaning, they've been awesome. Super nice. My wife likes them a lot. I like them a lot. We're a Zero Res family for sure. And now's a great time because they know the holidays are approaching. They know you want your home clean or your business clean, maybe for a company party or something like that. So you call 952-0-RES and you mention KFAN, and they'll give you the KFAN special, which is 3 rooms of carpet, Zero Res clean for just $139. And they'll throw in a free room of fiber protectant, and you can take $50 off your air duct system cleaning package as well by simply mentioning KFAN. So again, 2 ways to do it, 952-0-RES or online at zeroresminnesota.com. Just mention KFAN. Zero Res spells the same forward and backward.
BetOnline.net is your #1 source for betting football and the start of the new basketball season. Find all the latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, and in-depth analysis on every game. And as always, BetOnline remains your continued source for all your sports wagering information with live betting and up-to-the-minute scores for every sport out there. The fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite games and events, including MLB, MMA, boxing, and golf. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more. Bet online, where the game starts.
Chris Hockey here. What makes windows from builders and remodelers better? Well, one key is air infiltration. Basically, how much a window leaks air. Typically, windows from the other guys allow outside hot or outside cold air to leak in and refill a typical bedroom about twice a day. That's one window in one bedroom. My Airtight Elements windows limit that outside heat or cold to refilling your bedroom only one time per week. And for a limited time, get a beautiful new front entry door free with any windows, siding, or roofing project from buildersandremodelers.com. Nobody does it better.
My name is Chase Terwilliger, a Minnesota native and the CEO of CB Distillery. The law states that up to 5 milligrams are now available to sell to consumers 21 and older. cbdistillery.com. Use MN15 for 15% off through the end of this month.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
It's Chris Hockey. The holiday season is here, and I love it. But with all the hustle and bustle, you can't waste time being stressed about your furnace. Take advantage of the 5-star furnace tune-up and system evaluation from Aquarius Home Services. It's freezing outside. I'm sitting in my living room right now in cutoff jeans and a tank top. I feel great. Aquarius knows their stuff. Their 5-star tune-up even comes with a no-breakdown guarantee. Aquarius does it all. They do heating and plumbing and electrical and water treatment. AquariusHomeservices.com. Aquarius, earning the right to be recommended.
Don't miss Ben Lieber. Mondays on The Power Trip. Powered by Mystic Lake. You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
There goes the runner. Fly ball down the right field line. Tucker comes on. Kyle Tucker. This time they Houston Astros, world champions.
There you go. Baseball's over.
Yeah, Mattress Mac has $75 million.
He sure does. Put it with the rest of them.
Yeah, put it in the mattress. Yeah.
Right.
Poor bonus now that baseball's over.
I wish that was my nickname in college.
What's that?
Mattress Mac.
Yeah, that was Hockey's sister's nickname.
No, it was Slutty Susan.
Mine was Cry in the Corner Corey.
Yeah, mine was, you didn't go to college, you don't get a nickname.
That's a long nickname, man. It's
It really is.
hard to put that on a business card.
I don't have those either.
So, Corey, how was it to be at a basketball game?
Felt weird, man. Felt like it had been 40 years.
You went to a T-Wolves game.
Yep, I was at the season opener 2 years ago.
That's not even close to true.
And then, freaking 9 years.
He's flicking things at me.
Yep, he was flicking things at me.
Who was?
Those Bavarian pretzels at Target Center, though. Yeah.
Still the same, huh?
Yeah.
Some things don't change.
Now I'm more excited about the pretzels than the Wolves, but no, that was a must-win. The Rockets are garbage, so you had to beat them, and they did easily, and they covered.
Funny?
Yeah, what do you think? It's funny?
They play the Knicks tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you have to say. I mean, you don't seem impressed.
No, it was fun.
Yeah.
Ran into a
Doesn't
couple
seem
of
like
friends.
you care.
I ran into our guy, Jeff Municky. I ran into Matt Bear, who I went to college with. He's not an actual Bear. Zach, calm
fan?
down. No.
Anybody can be a bear.
Yeah. No, it was fun. Fun to see some old friends. I saw Marnes. Got to see Marnes there.
Oh, yeah? Was she doing her work or was she just hanging out?
She was doing some work.
Nice.
Did you wave at her?
I went and talked to her.
Did she big time you at all?
Not
to
at
be
all.
honest, she didn't. Okay.
Not at all.
I
Sometimes
accidentally big timed Marnie when I was at the Timberwolves game. I got a text from a number I didn't have, and it said, "You at the game, bud?" And I said, "Who is this?" And she texted me back, "You gotta be bleeping kidding me."
Yay! You gotta put her in her place, man.
Keep her humble.
Stay off your phone.
Okay, I am. I'm listening.
Sorry, Dan. It was halftime.
That's cool. And I heard Dan Barrero, speaking of Dan Barrero, say that the team looked better without Gobert than they do with him. So there you go. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, hadn't got a single dunk the whole season. Gobert goes out. He instantly gets a dunk in like the first quarter of the Rockets game. I will say they've been trying to force a lot to Rudy, and it's been causing a disconnect. I wouldn't say they're better without him long term, but I mean, they certainly looked really good on Saturday. But again, the Rockets are awful. They have one win.
If they'd beat the Bucks without him, that's a whole different issue.
Then it's a story, right?
Like, I mean, you get AJ, you in your prime, Corey, even though he didn't play much, but you guys, we could get a team together here that could beat the Houston Rockets.
That's not true.
I mean, it'd be close. We'd cover the spread.
But back to the pretzel.
Muscle.
Incredible. I mean, it needed butter. I wish the damn thing had butter on it.
Do you dunk it in the cheese?
Nope, no cheese.
Oh.
What?
And when he had chlamydia.
Did we just meet?
Yeah, he doesn't eat cheese.
No, he doesn't eat the cheese.
Oh my, that's the best part of it.
Yeah, duh. That's why going anywhere with Corey is great, fast food-wise or food-wise, because you always get you're
getting all
an
the
extra
sauces.
sauce.
You're getting all of mine.
Yeah.
I'm not
He'll eat 2 of them and then go, "Do you want these?" And I'll be on my 5th and I'll say, "Yes, of course."
I'm with you on the condiment thing, but the cheese, my goodness.
But even like a
I
cane,
just dunked my
everybody's
finger
like,
in
"I
there.
love Raising Cane's because of that cane sauce." That's probably why you like it. I go, "Never had it."
What?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
never,
he's never
had it.
Yeah,
That's why he's
That's
fun
the
to go
key.
with because you get
Yeah.
his cane sauce.
Can I, real quick, because we only have like a minute left in the show, something happened this weekend for one of us that has never happened before. Max was at a boxing match in which a guy is in a coma right now.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, main event. There was a huge, great card at the Armory. It was a lot of fun. David Morrell, he defected from Cuba. He's been fighting out of Minneapolis for a couple years now, making a name for himself in the super middleweight division. Fought against undefeated Russian fighter. It was a pretty one-sided fight after a certain point. I would say after round 9, the Russian fighter, his corner probably could have stopped it. But watching it in real time, it didn't seem too badly.
So you weren't like, throw the damn towel?
No, not until the 12th round. Then it was like, throw in the towel. But which he did get the stoppage with 26 seconds left or so. But yeah, a lot of people are very, very upset. And watching it back, it could have been stopped. He had no chance of catching up. David Morrell's never even been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
Wow.
And it's very sad. It's something that happens in boxing, and that's why they say you don't play boxing.
Yeah.
So at what point, even if they called it off, at what point did he go into a coma?
After
medically induced.
Yeah.
Medically induced?
Yeah.
He was that messed up?
Even by the time they stopped the fight, David actually had to help his opponent back into his corner because he was limping, and he looked, his legs looked really wobbly. It looked bad, but not anything where you know, if you watch boxing every weekend, you see ass whoopings like that all the time.
Yeah.
But something like it ended up being pretty brutal, and you know, hopefully that guy's okay. Obviously, hopefully he doesn't step foot in a ring ever again.
Oof. Yeah, that's what Pete wanted to do to that referee as well. As a matter of fact, just so you know.
We're back tomorrow, 5:30 until 9 to noon, including Pete Bursich in about an hour on PA Show to discuss the incident with the fan and the Cam Bynum back judge interference. We're back tomorrow. See ya.